Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to see about a special type of motor which is widely used in variety of application, especially in industries for achieving an high accuracy and high precision. Hope you guys guessed that motor. Yeah, that is an servo motor. Today we are going to see about a basic working in servo motor. Before get into its working, just now let me see its construction guys. As like a normal AC and DC motor, it also having a stator winding and a rotor and shaft and an input terminal. And one of the unique component in a servo motor is an encoder. Hope you guys know the servo motor is an achieving an high accuracy and high precision, and it is also achieved using an unique component, nothing but an encoder, which is using an encoder. This servo motor is achieving an high accuracy and high precision. And guys, now let me see its a block diagram. And this is the block diagram. Guys, as like a normal AC and DC motor, servo motor will not work alone. Yeah, but it's work alone. But for an achieving an high accuracy and high precision, we need several another blocks, which is these blocks. Now let me see its block. First one is an input block. Input input block is used to provide an input, namely and speed, position, and its velocity. It may be given through an user interface or in any other mean of input. That is an input. And the second one is an programmable position controller. Using this programmable position controller, we're going to convert an input into a signal. That is, input received from the input block is sent to this control unit. Now this control unit will convert that input command into a signal. Then after converting into a signal, it will send to the amplifier. Not only it convert an input uh, command into a signal, and also it receives the feedback from the servo motor. Okay, now the signal is sent to an amplifier. Now the amplifier will strengthen the signal, nothing but it will amplify the signal and it will send to a servo motor. Now the servo motor will uh, accept the command from the amplifier and it will works upon that command. Now here the you guys know the servo motor having an encoder. The encoder will sense the speed, velocity, and then position of the servo motor, and it will send that feedback to an control unit. Now the control unit will compare the input and the actual working. That is, if we provide an input like 1000 rpm, now it will compare with using that feedback. Now it will compare the both the actual working and input. For example, the servo motor is rotating in an 990 rpm. Now the if we provided an the servo motor should rotate in 1000 rpm, mean it will compare the actual input, sorry, actual working of actual rotation speed and input provided from the user. Now if there is an error, mean it will send the error signal to an amplifier, and the amplifier will amplify the input and it will send to the servo motor. Now the servo motor will correct that speed and it will achieve that exact speed, for not only speed, for all velocity, precision, and everything. So using this all block, the servo motor is achieving that high accuracy, precision, and velocity. Uh, okay, guys, this is a basic working of servo motor. Sorry, guys. Now let us see its types available of a servo motor. The servo motor is uh, mainly divided into two types. That is an AC and DC. Depends upon our speed requirement we choosing the motor. For if we choosing a DC, mean the input is provided an voltage, and the speed control is done using an input voltage. And also for if we going to choose a DC motor mean, but for that we need to provide a constant load. So using that constant load, we can, if there isn't any constant load for which requires an high accuracy and high precision, we can choose an DC motor. Or if we need an high efficient motor, we can choose an AC type. That is, in AC type we can control the speed using its frequency, and also it also withstand the high input current, and also high repetition also possible in AC motor. So mostly the AC motor is preferred in industries, because in industries we need a more repetition and high precision. So mostly AC servo motor is used in industries. And these are the basic types of an servo motor. Now guys, we will see its application. You guys know the most of the automobile industries using robots. You guys know how these robots are achieving that high precision and its high accuracy. Yeah, hope you got the answer. That is using this motor, that is a servo motor. You guys know servo motor is achieving a high accuracy and high precision. So you guys know in industrial robotics, the high precision is required. Even if in 1 mm is an error in robotics, there it leads to a huge problem in manufacturing area. So for achieving that high accuracy and high precision, especially in the robotic arms and robots, we're using an servo motor. For an above image, you can see uh, an M1, M2, and M3, which is in motion, uh, which is in upward and downward motion. See, for this we need a high accuracy and high precision. For in this we can use an servo motor for achieving a high accuracy and high precision, guys. Hope you guys understand the basic construction, working, and application of this motor. Just now let we see its the summary of this video. And guys, actually, an servo motor is an actuator, which is actuator is nothing but it is a device producing motion by converting an energy and signal going to the system. Actually, a servo motor is an actuator that makes an high precision and high control of velocity, speed, and position. And using an encoder, the servo motor is controlling an velocity, speed, and position. And the basic type of servo motors are an AC and DC types. And the basic blocks in the servo motors are input and a control unit, amplifier, and a servo motor, and then closed loop feedback. And the application of the servo motors are especially it is used in an robotics and then CNC machines where the higher accuracy and high precision is required. That's all, guys. Hope you today you learned and many things about an servo motor. Uh, and do come on, guys. And if you like to learn about a more many thing about an electrical field, just subscribe and follow my YouTube channel.